Okay, night seeing photos, new clip, same spot for continuity, making sure I've still got my clock, haven't spilt my coke. How do you do that, Richard? Skill, Gideon, skill. And this is with burgeoning arthritis, don't you forget. So, what's the trick? Well, you just forget the pain, basically. You know, you just switch it off. You ignore it. I think I've ignored too many things in my life. It's time to, I don't know. God forbid I'm not becoming a Labour person, am I? Becoming selfish and greedy. Thinking about myself too much. Rather than trying to do all these things for the future and for other people. Which I thought it was all about. You know, with our so-called covenant of society, you know. You may not get there, but if you do, you should expect the rewards of society. Yeah, I think it was the emphasis on the expect that really stuck me in, I reckon. Yeah. You obviously don't know me. I made an agreement, so you know I'm been doing my part of the bargain. So if I do get there, expect you're going to have to deliver your part of the bargain, or all hell's going to break loose. Yes. I think all hell already has started to break loose over in the so-called Islamic State or with ISIS. Yes. Fellas, this is a situation when you get out the nukes. Don't you understand? Extinction is forever. You know? Once they're not there anymore, you don't have a problem with ISIS today, tomorrow, next week, next year, next decade. They're just gone. And it may be even better to just sort of forget they ever existed. Don't even write them into the history books. But they say, you know, if you don't remember history, you're doomed to repeat it. Well, from a nuking point of view, that might be a good thing. If you don't know that you nuked them, maybe that's how it's going to go down. They're just going to nuke them, but not tell anyone that they've done it. They're going to come to some sort of agreement or pact. Nod, wink, nods as good as a wink to a blind bat. You know, or we knew some new super weapon or something. Actually, they just used a nuke, but they're saying it's some new wonderful weapon. Or well, that looks good. A nice wet mound of soil. Yes, I think we're getting into some sort of zone, and there must be some sort of seep or spring coming through the landscape, and hopefully we're heading towards it. But they are really slightly tinged redder than normal. Yeah. But I'm just looking out for those little buds. I just wanted to see... yeah. Something... what is that down there? I don't know. Or maybe... oh, there's a glid down there, a little glid seedling. Not much to write home about. I'll just put the camera over it so you know I'm not just... Oh no, I'm wrong. It's a piece of moss. Jeez. There's some nice seedling there though. Yeah. Oh, I'm losing my touch. Yeah. I might lose my stance in a minute the way things are going with this soil. I mean, I might lose my mind if Abbotland goes on for another bloody 2. We've had the 1 year anniversary as of the 7th of September. So it's almost like our September 11th in a way, isn't it? Yeah. The downing of our 2 twin prime ministers in a way, Julia Gillard and Kevin Rudd. You know, I don't think people realise we had a coup. Some bloke on a mobile phone in New South Wales, probably working, you know, somehow connected to a bead, pulled the plug on our sitting prime minister. And then we had, Chris Allman, still wet behind the ears, just ran off with the story and basically, in a way, caused it all to happen, you know. His glee for some meaty story probably cost this country one of its reasonable prime ministers, you know. Apparently Julia Gillard's going to come out with a bit of show and tell for how bad Kevin Rudd was under their parliament. Oh, well, there you go, there's a nice vista shot for you. We were over there, I don't know, was it 2.5 months ago? You'd have to look it up. Usually the upload time is either dead on the day after or it's about a month later, depending on whether it's a long upload or not. You know, usually if it's something really exciting, I try and just whack it into the upload stream straight away. Like I did recently. What did I do recently? Oh, about the saturation of the pot sort of thing. And the jar work basically telling us that the nitrogen fixing reaction is basically a hydration reaction. So when you head towards trying to get higher nitrogen levels, the soil is actually getting drier. That's because when it fixes the nitrogen, it gets wet because it's a hydration reaction. So in other words, when you get to formulas that are in theory should fix more nitrogen, they will, but you've got to keep the soil wet because it's a hydration reaction. That's the failure in the past. So what I'm going to do is buy a big, that's what I forgot to do today. I'm going to buy a new pack of blue tack, and I was going to blue tack all my old buckets from previous seasons and just keep them wet over the summer period and see if they change colour and see how they're good for next season. But oh, look at the colour on these, you know, and they still hang on reasonably well out here in the cool mornings and the cool weather. But yeah, yeah. Is it a case of going down there and just having a look? But it's getting really steep. I don't want to slip off a mountain. Maybe just go on a little bit more, but I don't want to do what we did before. We sort of walked up and along too long. I think we missed out on something down here, but I think I'm already starting to do it. But yeah, whoa! Yeah, interesting rockage for Ev. She always likes a good rock. She's probably getting to that stage where we've probably got our own rocking chair. Anyway, come down here and probably fairly soon start a new clip because they'll be boring otherwise. They are already boring, Richard. You haven't found bloody anything really this season. Well, that's because I really couldn't invest the time and the energy for the Abbott land is not very conducive for the soul to get out and do altruistic stuff. Maybe it's the fear in the back of the mind. You're going to head like down the Nazi Germany sort of situation, with the brown shirts, the black shirts, so on and so forth. Maybe demographically they've waited for those people from the Second World War to basically be in the old folks home where they can't do much, or waiting for them to. But look at the sturdiness on there. So, bit of gall there. But oh yes, some little seedling, young plants there. But yeah, because the only other chunky ones I really know of are out at that's conservation, the funny sounding name that's up there on YouTube that Donnie and I went to. Whether there's any relationship to oh, that looks like an interesting shot. Oh gee, I didn't realise I had to go in that close. Oh, I really should go in much closer with these then. Almost touched the screen. But oh yeah, is it a case of trying to get down there or not? I don't know. And trying to get down and walking across, almost like when we did out at Cleveland. That was a tough one, wasn't it? And that was much later on in the season, I think. Probably. Do you think we should just have a little bit of a try? Start a new clip and just go down there and along there and see what it's like. And otherwise we come back up. Okay, let's try that.